Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon, or good morning if you're Pacific West Coast time like me. It is 11:30 Pacific, it is 2:30 Eastern, and we are back for the market close, some live commentary, and some options expiration for today, Friday, April 9, 2021. Let's get into it and let's see what's been happening since we were gone. I'll tell you about a couple plays. One I did, one I wasn't able to do because of fat fingers on the keyboard, but I'll go over that. But let's take a look at what's going on. Bitcoin 58,361, back up 277, looking pretty good there. Let's go to a 5-minute chart here, and then we'll hit the indices. Ethereum holding at 2075, so they're looking pretty good there. We have the Dow Jones Industrial Average now up 129, had a big jump, nice long jump for the day after it bottomed out right before we ended the stream. It actually started an uprise while we were still on stream there, and then kind of leveled out for a little bit, and then it's legged up since then. So all three indices are in the green. We've got the NASDAQ now is up 4.7, and we've got the S&P up 11.9 on a nice run, but slight pullback right now going on with the S&P, just a little bit here. So you got to be careful as it hits some levels here. Looking at a 3-minute chart, looking okay there. I did make another. Oh, 1 second. I think I muted that. I just sneezed. I had a sweatshirt on. I took off the sweatshirt since the lights are going to be on here, and I don't have them on while I'm streaming or while I'm not streaming. So I took another play. I ran Boeing up again, and I did another. What I end up getting here? Sell, buy. I bought. Where are we at here? 250 Boeing at 250.43, and sold those at 251.10. So made a couple $100 more on that one. So looking at a really nice day, up about 1,200 so far. So I took 3 turns on Boeing today. So 3 trips around the sun on Boeing. I did some little mental math, and I missed another play up here on the run because I took my profit in between, and then it ended up running. Would have been a really nice one. But I did some math. It came back down. It's now lower to where, just about as low as what I sold it at. Or, 251.17 right now. I sold it at 251.10. It was only 250 shares, so it was a quick $250 or so that I made on it, which was a nice little run. So it did well. The other one I missed out on was this one. I was looking at Caterpillar, and right in this range here, pulled back a little bit, was looking at buying, and I said, well, let's see what's going on. With glancing at the S&P, and I missed this run. And I was going to buy some options. I was going to do some short-term options, maybe make a quick 10% on 30 or 40 contracts, $500-600 here or there. And would have been nice because I would have picked up the April 23rd 235s, and I would have been able to get those at 160. Let's see. I tried it at 166. I tried to get filled, then I bumped it up to 168. I didn't get filled on either of those, and I was basically just a little bit above the midpoint, or a little bit below the midpoint on the bid and the ask. Now the now the ask is up to 191. So 1.91 minus 1.68. If I would have got filled, 23 cents a share. If I would have done 4,000, 40 contracts, that would have been $920. Snooze, you lose, but that's the way it goes. I don't know why I'm all congested today. I don't know, weird stuff. All right, so looking at that, looks like AMC broke down. It actually dipped to 924, and it's at 931 right now. So 924 is low on the day. Never got back up to that 974, not even close on the, which is where it hit right after the open here. So. About a half hour after. 7:20 a.m. So 10:20 Eastern, 7:20 Pacific. It hit that high, and it's been basically heading south the whole time. That puts at risk not only the 950s, obviously, but also the $9 might be in play might be in play as well. So I think we got to be I think you got to be careful there if you have any of those options. I do not. I don't own any more AMC. I had gotten out of those a while back and took my profit on them. I should have taken profit the Friday before, and I didn't. And kicking myself a little bit, but still made a good chunk of money on that. Some five figure win on AMC. GameStop didn't buy any, don't hold any, have never bought or sold it. It's sitting down 1342, down to 156.78, and again, this trades on $5 increments. So you do have a little bit of risk there with that. So just be careful if you've got GameStop in there today or AMC. You know, the number of buyers into these things, you know, you're only a 7 million volume on 12, and on AMC you're at 20. You haven't even done 50% of the average volume of 48 million. You've only done 20 million. So we don't get volume. Contrast that with something like Boeing, which is still, you know, you've got volume down across the board today. Did 9.96 million out of 13 million, but it had a nice, this is the run up I missed. And I should have originally bought down in here. But that's kind of where that's at. I don't know if we'll take another trip around the sun on that one today or not. Possibly, probably not. As I am up on the day. And I just had a Coke, so the caffeine is tickling my throat. All right, let's take a look at some other movers and see what's going on. Palantir doing what Palantir does, going up and then coming right back down again. So 23.89, still up 48 cents on the day. Rocket Mortgage up 15 cents. Tesla was not able to break above 700 today. So it's at 680, and again, these trade options on Tesla trade at the $2.50 increments. Apple up $1.91. AMD down. It took a large slide. It was up on the day, and then turned around and fell off the barrel. Boeing we already talked about. Caterpillar we already talked about. Ford down 4 cents. Intel up on the day, but same thing, topped out 68.14, 68.14, yep, and then slammed all the way down. Microsoft 99 cents. So again, volatility, you can play volatility. You can play volatility on the downside. You can short these things if you really wanted to. Nvidia, oops, where are we at? Come on. There we go. Down 259. And ExxonMobil made a nice run back. And what'd that do for my options? Still down a little bit on them today. But again, I've got the $60 options for May 7th. So still got a little bit of time there. I've got 4 more weeks. I got basically a month to get out of those, and we'll see where those go. But I thought it was good buy. I should have picked up some more earlier today, but didn't. That's all right. I'm happy with the ones I own. Dollar still up again. All 3 indices in the green. Dow is up 146 now. Nasdaq up 8. S&P up 13. Dollar's up 10 cents. Nasdaq is up 9. There we go. Oops. SP 500 up 13.2. 10-year up. 30-year up. So here you go. Explain this. Explain this, Batman. How do you have the Dow up, the dollar up, the Nasdaq up, the S&P 500 up, the 30-year up, and the 10-year up? Weird markets. But the VIX is all the way down to 16.7. So that's pretty good volatility downside, where that greed index is going to go up big time for next week. Look at the heat map. And did that update? I thought it did. There we go. So a slight mix. You still have energy down. Johnson & Johnson, again, they're down based on the expectation that they were going to be short their distribution, the number of distributed vaccines that they were promising. And that has to do with the vendor that they contracted with in Baltimore that had the fire, or not that had the fire. They didn't have a fire. They basically mixed the wrong ingredients, but none of the vaccines went to them. And then there was a story yesterday about adverse reactions, again less than 1%, but the bounce, even though it's down $2.50 right now, it's recovered back 65 cents off of its bottom today. So, but not really one I'm interested in trading. If you look at that chart there, you have too much opportunity for up and down, bad news coming out. The only bad news that's going to come, the only news that's going to come out on J&J is going to be bad news until they turn around report earnings in another week and a half on the 20th. So Apple, AMD, Boeing 251.51. Oh, I should have bought some more back here. I was doing something. So nice run today on Boeing. So again, I took 3 turns around the sun with that thing today on scalps, and it was a good thing I did. If I would have just bought it and held it, I think I'd be about the same. Maybe. What was my first buy at? Let's see. What did I make on it? What did I make? 1,400 on it? 1,300, something like that. It's hard to figure it all out because the way Schwab does things is you can put an order in for 250 and it's going to show up on your stupid confirmations as 15 different trades coming in and out because of the way they fill those things, because it's all electronic, right? But let's see, 250.39, 250.39 minus 251.51 is $1.12 times 500 shares. I'd be at $560 right now. I made like $1,300, $1,400 maybe total on the 3 turns on it that I took today. So buying and holding would have been fine, but you would have had some volatility, some up and down. By me buying low, selling high, buying low, selling high, buying low, selling high, but not hitting the highs. I hit a couple of the lows pretty good within 20, 30 cents. So that felt pretty good. Palantir, 23.91. It is currently up on the day 50 cents. So that one had a really good day today. But doing what Palantir does, which is go up here and then just disappoint everybody the rest of the day. Just when they think they're getting headwinds, no. Headwinds, no. Headwinds, oh yeah, we broke the other one. We're going to be good. Good. Bye, 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 bye. Slam. Look at these traps, man. These are all little bull traps. Bull traps, suck them in, and then look at the volume on this. You got the buy volume here. Yeah, let's send it. Then you got the sell volume. Buy volume a little bit, never exceeding. All the sell volume beat the buy volume all day long. So it would have told you exactly what was happening. And that's why I didn't scalp it today. I knew the news was already out on Boeing. It had a much better chance to do something today off of its low versus Palantir bouncing on the highs, right? So it's just a better opportunity to trade the stock. And I'm more familiar with what Boeing does and how it behaves. So it's a more comfortable stock for me to scalp. So looking pretty good. Dow is up 152, Nasdaq's up 8, S&P is up 13. Let's look at the metals. We talked about gold earlier this morning. Hello, manipulation. How you doing? Total manipulation. When you see wicks like this, the arbitrage that's happening here. Look at this. Look at it. It's disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. You got a $1.49 difference in the spread. Multiply that by millions of shares. How many? Crazy. Anyway, gold is down 12. Palladium is up 12.50 to 26.41. Platinum 1200 on the button, 1203. Silver 2521. All right, let's see what GameStop's going to do, huh? 938. Is it going to get up to 950? That's the question. What do you guys think? It may, actually. It's been a long time since it hit this territory on the day. Hasn't seen this pricing since 10/16, 3.5 hours after open. ARC's trading down 10 cents. Moved ExxonMobil up, so I wouldn't have to keep scrolling down for it since I own those options. I got 40 of those contracts. It's the 5/7s. A lot of action on the $57 options today. I'm going to look at some oil news here. So bear with me. We'll watch this. $63.29. Let me see when that story came out here. Hold on. Brent crude, 32 cents. I can get 59. Penny. 9.60 cents. I'm looking at some more ExxonMobil options. SP going up, VIX going down. I'm reading oil news right now in case y'all are wondering. Let's see here. Still talking about the U.S. heading back to the table for Iran nuclear deal conclude. Vienna talks on Iran's nuclear deal conclude. Hopeful opening week. Iran seized another tanker. Oh, releases seized South Korean tanker. So they released it. Okay, so here's something interesting. Go back to the nuclear. This is what Iran does. Iran takes hostages, and then they negotiate to get more. And then just like that, they release a seized South Korean tanker they've been holding since January. They've held these poor South Koreans, this tanker, since January. They go back to the table. The table says, we'll start talking to you when we release the tanker. Okay, we'll release a tanker if we get this. And it's just, that's what a terrorist country does. Let's see here. All right. Close that up. Boeing? What do you do, Boeing? 251.60. What do you get up to? 252.84. Yeah. Well, that was on the open, though. Yeah, that was at the open. I was like 251.80. 251.82. 1, 2, 3, 4. 6 times. And there's the break. Watching it live. It throws a buy signal out. Should still be on a buy on the 3-minute. Yeah, back here. That's funny. You look at it, you're like, oh, what's going on here? Oops. Okay. What did I do with that? 58, right? Come on, Schwab. I put an order to buy some more of these $60 call options. It's not going to give them to me. All right, it wouldn't fill me at 59 cents, so I got it at 60 cents. All right, there we go. That's all the beeping. All right, so love when people take an opposite position of me. Okay, let's see here. U.S. stocks rose broadly in midday trade. The Dow, Labor Department. See if there's anything else here I want to look at. All right, cool. All right, let's go back to AMC, 935. Just a release of the CEO talk, which we were reading. I already read about this, Darren Woods. All right, close that up. Close that up. AMC to the moon. Let's go. Let's go. 30-second chart. Sorry. And coming up on Power Hour. All right, let's take a look here. Oh, not that one. Palantir, 23.92. Well, Palantir closed above $24 today. Remember, it's been disappointing most of the day, but still up 50 cents. Will Boeing stay above 251 today? It's going to ride that 50. Yep, it's riding the 50 on my 3-minute chart. Currently on a sell. VIX, man, this is the lowest I think I've ever seen the VIX, 16.6. Look at that. Hold on a second. We might be getting close to a top here. But a daily on the VIX. $16.2 is the lowest it's gotten to, which is today. Oh, wait a minute. Nope, go back over here. When was this? January of last year. Yep, right about February of 2020. That's the level we are at. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know I could do that. So if you zoom into an area here, click auto, and all you gotta do to go back, boom. All right. S&P up 12.5. Your Dow up 136. Your NASDAQ up 6.4. Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stoof. What they got out here for okay. There's June's. Up to 85. There we go. $29 days left on those. 43 days. Let me find a delta. '70s, huh? A lot of 60s. Where's the around? So 938 on AMC, down 40 cents. GameStop down $12 at 157.90. So it might be a battle for 150 on them. Possibly. AMC battling for 950 perhaps. All right, it broke through. Oh, it's right there. It is right there. Look at that. Look at the top of this wick right here. It is just, yeah, it should bust through that. Volume looks okay. It should push through that. No, shocking. It goes down. Super low volume though. You've got, 22 out of 48. Hasn't even hit 50% of its daily average volume. There it goes. And there's the push. There she goes. Should have YOLO'd all in this morning. Could have got a buy signal here. 1.5%. We'll make on Boeing. Boeing coming down. So unless I see like an ideal setup, I don't think I'm gonna scalp anything this last hour. I went into Boeing 3 times today. I won on all 3 times I went into it. Profit each time. Again, don't care which way it's going, up or down. The volatility, you can trade on the volatility, unless you got stuck. You know, there was some risk here, and then it slams all the way down to 2 down here again. But had a nice afternoon. Got volume here taken by profits here. So still people scalping this thing. Why not? You can scalp this thing 10 times a day if you want. 60-cent move. $300. How much you need to make each day? What's your goal for the day? What is let's see. Is this thing updating? That's on 1.33. Let's see. No, I don't think it's updating. Maybe it is. Yeah, it probably is. Because that's 15 minutes delayed. Caterpillar. Man, I coulda, shoulda, woulda on that. I was in this range over here trying to buy some, and I didn't get filled. And if I did, I would have had a nice option run on the day. I probably would have closed it out for the day. But Exxon coming back a little bit. S&P's coming back down. Now we're negative on the NASDAQ. NASDAQ just went red, so you got the 12 o'clock, boom, 12 o'clock. What am I going to do? Sell, get out. Get out while you can. Get out while you can. Don't catch a falling knife. As the NASDAQ turns negative, down 4.4. It's pennies, folks. It's pennies. S&P still up 11 on the day, but it's coming back down a little bit. And the Dow is still up 138. It's pulling back, but not as much. And main reason for that is it's being propped up by your financials, which are having a really good day today. Oil. Why is crypto always about the oil? U.S. District Court judge has given Dakota Access Oil Pipeline owners 10 days to make their case in order to maintain the line running. What are they doing here? Oops, that just froze. Hold on. Go back out. Go back in. Click. Where was that story at? Was that under Brent Crude by chance? Oh, ExxonMobil. That's where it was. Or not. Okay, where was that story at? Huh. It should have been on ExxonMobil, right? Where did that come from? Things that make you go, All right, Palantir. Any chance for 24 today? Nope. What are the options on Palantir traded? I'm guessing 50 cents. I was right. Okay, so yeah, Palantir options close or work on 50-cent increments for this week. Go to today, April 9th. The 24.50s, holy cow. 24s, look at around the money here, hold on. Wow. So the 24s, that's where all the action is. Open interest yesterday was 18,950 contracts at the close yesterday, which they report this morning, on Palantir. And the number of option contracts that have traded at the $24 level on the call side, 67,473 contracts at 24. So people taking profits up here, buying it back, trying to sell it again, and they're just day trading same day expiration options. I don't do that yet. I've never done it. I can't say that I will or won't down the road, but it's a little bit beyond my risk profile when you're trading at 5 and 6 cents. That if it doesn't hit it, it's going to be zero. So can you let's look at what are the puts going for? Let's see. $0.03 and 2 cents. Oh, yeah, 22 and 23 cents. So the calls, if you sold a call, made $500. So you could right now make six if you bought you get $600 of premium on a $24 call expiring in 45 minutes if you thought that it's not going to hit $24. You have to find a willing buyer, though. Good luck with that at this late stage of the day. But it's got 67,751 contracts traded today. You know, who's going to give you that premium with 45 minutes left? With the chance that it's going to go up to $24. Delta's at 29.2937. Whoop, somebody did. Somebody just, what were we at, 67.3? Somebody just exercised 400, somebody just did 400 contracts. Hey, 100 contracts get you $600. As long as it doesn't hit there, you know, never mind that it did 20 minutes ago. That was 20 minutes ago. So it trades on at 50 cents on Palantir. So $24, $23.50. Not doing it. Get me off this thing before I do something stupid. All you gotta do is find a buyer. All you gotta do is find one person that thinks in 45 minutes it could run back up to $24 again on Palantir. 16 cent, a 15 cent bet. 15 cent bet to go up to 24 in 45 minutes, and it's at 6 cents. Yeah, it's 6 cents. 600 bucks. Sell the call. $240,000 at play for 100 call options, and you can get 600 bucks. Expiring today. Somebody's buying them now at 67,976. There goes another contract. $68. There goes 800 contracts. Boom, just went up. There we go, getting a little riskier now as the stock goes up. 23.87, up 3 cents. People are getting nervous. What are they gonna do? Will it hit 24? So this is what they're doing right now. There's 23.89. Now you're 11 cents away. 68.078. 68.078. I'm gonna put that in my calculator. That's the number. That's the volume on the $24 Palantir calls for today at $24. There you go, 12 more contracts, 68.090. Price hasn't changed. Midpoint still at 6. Ask is at 6. The bid is at 5 cents a contract. Or 5 cents per share. I don't think he's going to do it. $68,144 now. Minus $68,144. So that's 66 contracts that just traded. There's people that do this. There are people right now that are buying these contracts or selling the calls or buying the puts. Would you take that move? I don't think I would. Caterpillar. Ugh. Could have made a little mini bank on that one. Throw an alert up there. We'll see what happens. We'll make an assumption and say I did not make this trade, but let's say I sold 100 call options. Now it just went up a penny. Now it's 700 bucks. If you want to sell that $24 call option right now for a 10-cent move in the stock. You can make 700 bucks by selling a $24 strike price, 100 options. So if you did 100 contracts at 7 cents each, that's $700. It's a bet that it's not going to hit 24 at close. Another couple cents, it's going to go up to $800. Here's the problem though. See this volume? See this selling volume? See this buy attempt? See these buy attempts? We're back over in this range now, so Look at that candle immediately got. Look at this candle right here. Immediately gets slammed back down. Oh yeah? Boom, sell. Still at 7 cents on the ask, 6 cents on the bid. If you sold the 2350s, make $4,100 right now. If you thought it would go down to 2350. So $700, the option is still out there. You could sell that $24 call option. It closes in 40 minutes on the bet that it ain't gonna hit 24. And you'll keep $700 premium. Nope, just dropped. Now it's $600 premium. As it just dropped to $23.87. I'm gonna take a nap after the market closes. All those Boeing buys, up and down, up and down, up and down. What's Boeing at now? 251.40? Ah, could have made another run, huh? Where were we at when we started the stream? Over here. Like, nah, I'm good. Don't chase. You don't need to chase. If you're already profitable on the day, why chase? Are you gonna chase $100 and be wrong and lose 300? This is the one I'm kicking myself over, because I saw it and for 2 cents per contract. 2 cents per contract. 40 contracts. So over 80 bucks I didn't get filled. If I would have given them $80 more, I could have rode that option train. All right, $23.89, Palantir. Back up to $700 again. You can make money here. Don't do what I do. You'll lose it all. I did not buy any call options on Palantir. This is just a history lesson. We're just watching it to see what's going to happen. But these are the risks, and this is why this stuff is so risky, right? So now it's back up to $700. So I'm talking, when I'm saying $700, I'm talking about 100 call option contracts as the S&P moons. S&P's up 17, Nasdaq's up 16, Dow's up 183. VIX is down to 16.5. So there's your risk there. Now it's going to go up back at 700. 23.90. Now it's 700. It's trading 6 and 7, 6 and 7, 6 and 7 cents per contract. What will it do? Oh, look at that run, man. There goes Boeing too, I bet. Yep. Look at that S&P, man. S&P's going. Nasdaq's going. And everybody was talking about today being a down day. And I was like, I don't know. S&P, Nasdaq, Dow 189. Look at that. Look at that. Those other 40 options are profitable already on ExxonMobil. Let's see. Load those up. So I bought the $60 May 7th 2021 ExxonMobil calls at 60, and they're selling for 64 cents now. So 4,000 If I sold out of them right now, 0.04, made 160 bucks. If I sold them. I'm not selling them though. So I doubled my position on those call options. So I'm now I own 80 ExxonMobil calls at $60 strike price, expiration May 7th. There goes the Dow. Look at it go. And ExxonMobil participating in that as well. Look at that. Nice. I bought these options right about here, I think. So I didn't get the bottom. Or what time did I purchase those? Hold on. $55.30. Right here. This is what time I bought them at. I bought them right here. So I didn't quite hit the bottom, but man, I called a good one, huh? Didn't quite hit the bottom on those calls, but definitely picking this up. So yay. Let's go back to Palantir. So again, everything's going up. Look at Palantir though. They are battling this thing right now on volume. And they do not want this thing to close above 24. When you see candles like this, and you see these big ass buy candles right here on a doji and immediately reverses, you know, is this buy volume going to be enough to push to outweigh what these guys are trying to do with the algorithms? At what point, at what candle is this going to go back down again? The VIX is down to 16.5. Look at that S&P run. Turned into a really, really nice day. Nice day. So Dow is up 0.6%. NASDAQ is up 0.17%. S&P is up 0.46%, so almost a 0.5%. So S&P up 18.93 points, NASDAQ up 23.75 points, Dow Jones up 206.47 points. There's your doji. Doji down, here it comes. Get ready for it. Get ready for it. Boom, there it is. Told you. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it happen, but and those options are still $700 for 100 option contracts if you bought them. $68,986 contracts exchanged for the $24 call price on Palantir. Meanwhile, AMC $949. Look at that. So battling for $950 here. It's got some buyers. We talked about this a little back in this range. And we said, well, we'll see. I didn't think there'd be enough to get them there. But they might get that $950. It's going to be a battle. You've got a half an hour to do it. You've got some good volume in there. GameStop battling for 150 maybe, 158. You know, they're not going to get 200. No way in hell GameStop's going to 200 today. Ain't going to happen. I bet the farm on it. Palantir $23.94 now. Look at that. So that little volume came in here. So this is interesting. I kind of dig this. I'm glad I didn't sell the call options at $24, which are still going for 7 cents a contract. So 100 contracts would net you $700 in premium right now if you don't think that Palantir is going to close at $24. And then you better hope nobody has those the money to buy all 10,000 of those shares. You gotta buy them. $100 contracts is $240,000 of play. Just went to 8 cents. Now you're at $800. So if you thought that Palantir wasn't going to hit $24, you can make $800 in premium right now. those buyers coming in. You got to wonder if they're going to be disappointed or if they're going to be ecstatic. 69,000 contracts traded now. And not a bit of news on them the entire day. Not a bit. Sector update, energy. Energy stocks paired a narrow portion of their earlier declines. Oil services sector. Nothing there. Check top news. Prince Philip is still dead. In case you didn't know that. Fed's Clarita. Higher inflation continuing into 2022 would be relevant for policy. All right, $23.95 back to 7 cents a contract on Palantir. Was it 8 cents? Now it's back to 7. ExxonMobil, you go. It's a good buy. Do I keep it? I'll take a little money here. Hey. All right, hold on. Bum, 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 bum. Gonna split those. Let's see. Come on. So I have 80 of these contracts. And I bought them at 60 cents. I bought 40 more at 60 cents. They're selling at 64 cents now. $160 if I sell the close. We're keeping it. We're going to keep them. I think we're going to keep them. Yeah, there's a downturn. All right, Palantir, back to Palantir, or AMC. AMC for 947 now, down 32 cents. What did it get up to? 958, something like, oh, 950. So it touched. Got up to 950 on the button at 6 minutes ago. See, look at this volume. Just a little bit of sellers, sock it right back down. So what this means is the buyers, did they shoot their load a little early? Maybe. Maybe they pulled their trigger a little bit too soon here at noon. Start the run at noon, start the run at noon, start the run at noon. Okay, fine. And the hedgers are going, go ahead. Go ahead, buy those option contracts. Go ahead. Come on in. Come on in. Welcome to our bull trap. Welcome to our bull trap. Now we're going to do just a little tiny bit of volume because you're only at half the volume. You're literally at 50% of the average volume today. There are 25 million shares traded out of 49 million average over the last 10 trading days. GameStop, however, much better shape, 150s for the 150 call options. Palantir, let me go back into that one here. Check the prices. Again, run out of time here, 25 minutes. What do you do? What do you do? Now those $24 options are now 6 cents a contract. So they were at same pricing, but we're getting closer to expiration now, right? So now 6 cents a contract. And then even if the price stays the same, it'll start going down to 5 cents a contract, then 4 cents a contract. The next contract, $24.50, is already at a penny. So when it gets closer to not doing it, that premium will go down. So you miss a sweet spot about a half an hour. With a half an hour left in the market, we won't see 8 cents premium. Even if it starts going up again, the premium will still most likely start going down. Because the decay right now is going, yeah, 25 minutes left. So still 6 cents. So you could sell it right now. You could sell 100 calls of Palantir, strike price $24, pick up $600 of premium on the bet that it won't make 6 cents in the next 24 minutes. We were talking about it down here. It was 6 cents when it was down here. It was 6 cents. It was $600 a premium. Then it was 700. Then it was 800. Then it was 700. Now it's back down to 600. So this is the stuff that you guys need to learn. If you're going to do options, especially if you're going to do same day options or weekly options, you buy them on a Monday or a Tuesday based on the action of what they're going to do. And we'll look at some options for, on Monday, we'll look at Palantir options for next Friday, which is the monthly expirations. So today, all the options are only weeklies. And this strike price at $24 has 69,724 contracts exchanging hands today. There's $23.96. Still at $600. I did not buy any of these, or I'm sorry, I did not sell any calls to pick up premium on this. This is only for educational purposes. I hope none of you took this trade. I really hope none of you took this trade, because this is a lesson in, man, that looks good. Oh man, I can get $800 of premium. Yes, you could have. Still at $600 now. Still at 6 cents a contract. And 3 cents away with 23 minutes left to go. What's it gonna do? Okay. What will it do? Are you smarter? See that? Look what just happened. If you think that $600, $700, $800 premium looks good, it does look good. Now it pulled back. So again, this is a battle, right? Who's going to win the battle? It'll hit every bar, it'll ring. I hope that's not too loud. Each time it hits it, it's gonna sound off an alert again. And we've got 21 minutes of that. Okay, 23.98. Right at its volume on the day. Look at this, 50 million shares traded, average volume over the last 10 days. Last 10 trading sessions, I should say. 48 million right now, so it's gonna hit its volume as well. Look at that battle, man. What's the premium right now? $800 right now. So even with decay, they're willing to give you $800 premium that thing is not going to hit, not going to close at or above $24. Now you could do with it. You could look at this with AMC and say, hey, you can watch the same thing happen with AMC, but because the volume is so low, it's not really a battle. It ain't going to close above 950. I really don't think it will. Okay. GameStop closing above 150. Pretty good chance of GameStop closing above 150. The battle today on the meme stocks, as I call it, is this Palantir at $24. And now you've got 70,120. So right off the bat, now we've got 2,000 contracts trading hands. Now people are freaking out. Now they're freaking out and they're saying, oh man, how am I going to get out of this? How am I going to close this thing? All right, I'm going to take that $1,000 loss. I hope they own the shares, because if you don't own the shares, you know, you're somewhat limited in your downside size, right? So if I was looking at 100 contracts of Palantir, and I go to my trading my max loss is $600. The gain is unlimited because it could go down to, you know, down to zero. Yeah. So $600 a premium. Now it's at 7. We'll zoom this in a little bit. Do we want to go to a lesser 15 second? So this is 15-second candles. Let's go down to 5 for a second. That's a little much. 15 seconds. So we'll watch the 15-second candles. Premium still at $700 for 100 contracts, or 7 cents per contract. Did it eliminate my nope, my alert's still there. It just doesn't show up on the 15-second chart for some reason. Weird. Sometimes TradingView acts a little wonky. Just go with it. So 2 cents away. 70,262 contracts, still paying 7 cents a contract of premium if you're willing to take the bet. The 2450s are at a penny already. The 2350s are at 50 cents. So if you really thought it would slam down 48 cents, you can make $4,900 on 100 contracts. But the battle's at 24. Let's go back to 30 seconds so we can see the alert signal. Okay. What do we think it's gonna do? What did I say it was gonna do? Did I even say what I thought it was gonna do? I don't think it's gonna close above 24. I don't think it will. Yeah, the VIX go up. Look at this. The VIX was going up. The volatility was going because it was so low. So even though you had the S&P 500 going up, you had the VIX going up as well. Now you got a little profit taking going on. The Dow is up 235. NASDAQ is up 40. And the S&P is up 23.46. Okay, a little bit of sellers coming in. See, it doesn't take... Look at all this volume it took to get it up to here. And it only takes a little bit of seller volume to push back down. Now a little bit of buyer volume to push back up. It's going to go back and forth like this. Unless at 1250, we'll get imbalances. And I'll bet there'll be an imbalance on this one. And we'll see. Now we're 2402. Again, mixing green. Energy is still only down just a little bit today. Amazon, Google, Microsoft, Apple all up. Healthcare is all up. J&J only down 1.46%. Let's take a look at that one real quick. How did they end up on the day here? I don't own any Johnson & Johnson. Nice pick off the bottom. Boy, that would have been... Wow, look at that. That would have been nice, huh? I was thinking about that, but I said, nah, the only news that can come out for them isn't good news. So it's not allowed. It's $1.07, right? So 2,000 shares, maybe $2,000 if you rode it through all this volatility, which I never would have. There's no way I would have ran that. So now, who cares about technical analysis? You're not looking at any technical analysis at all. It doesn't matter. Fundamentals are out the window. There's no news on this stock. There's no news on anything of this stock since I don't even know when. Here we go. April 5th, when they won an $89.9 million contract from the National Nuclear Security Administration, the NNSA, whatever that is. Okay. I'm sticking. I'm still saying that. I don't think it's going to close above 24. But they're trying, boy. They're pushing it, aren't they? 2404. What's the S&P doing? What's the NASDAQ doing? So again, I did not take that buy. Now you're at $800 a premium again because it's above 24. So where normally it would start declining down to 0 as it gets closer and pulls further away from the 24. Now that it's above, yeah, they'll give you that premium. Now it's $700 because it just dipped a little bit. NASDAQ holding on to its gains, up 40. Dow Jones up 238 now. S&P up 23. VIX coming back down. AMC 945 again. I don't think it's going to get 950 today. GameStop, I think they'll be able to hold its 150. Palantir 2401 now. Look at this. Look at all this volume to get it to go 4 cents. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3 minutes of candles over 6 bars to get it to move 4 cents, and it's right back where it started almost. 2402 now, 2401, with only a little bit of seller volume. Look at that. That's crazy. Keeps bouncing between 6 cents and 7 cents a contract. Are we having fun? I'm having fun. So again, the battle is going to be for 950 on AMC. It got up to 950, but it didn't breach it. Not since this morning, right? You know, this morning it was above 950, and they were saying, oh, maybe it'll get to 10. Not a chance in hell. It peaked out at 974, went down the rest of the day. Buyers tried to come in, but you have such low volume on this thing, it doesn't have enough gas to get there. You got 26 million shares. You got about 51% of the, almost exactly 51% of the average 10-day volume of shares traded on AMC. It's at 945. It could get 950. If you've got 950 calls, you better call all your friends and get them to start buying the stock right now, because you're going to need all the help you can to get that thing pushed over. I'm pulling up the options train right now. You've got at 950 the open interest yesterday, so this morning reported 5,097 contracts of open interest at 950 on the calls. You have 12,999 option contracts traded today at the 950 mark. People are freaking out right now trying to get rid of those things. 2 cent credit. 2 cent credit. Now take Palantir, which is a real battle. It's a much more exciting battle to watch than AMC right now. Look at that, 2401. Man, I love watching these battles. So $24 call options are still going for 6 cents a contract. So 100 contracts will pay you $600 right now if you thought Palantir was going to close below 24. I do not own any. I did not sell any call options and take premium. I do not own any Palantir, either long in any of my accounts or anything. This is education and entertainment only. I still think it's going to close below $24. And I'll look at I'll go the AMC one first. We'll check the imbalances and we'll see if there's any. Those will come out in 2 minutes. At 12:51, we'll get buy-side imbalances on these. Oh, there's a nice push. 2404. This is a battle, man. This is a battle. Whether I'm right or wrong will come out when they release the Okay, so here's where the manipulation comes in. Right now, you've got a New York Stock Exchange order imbalance on Palantir, 863,200. Wait a minute. 863,238 shares on the buy side imbalance for Palantir. That tells you it should not close below $24. Not with that. That means there's not enough people willing to sell it. Unless the algorithms are going to settle those after the close. You know what? Yeah, we just couldn't find them. But we found them in the aftermarket. So 24.05. So this tells me that if there's no manipulation, this should now stay above $24. Will they be able to clear 862,000 shares in the next 10 minutes? Yes, it's possible. So I should be wrong on this, and it should stay above $24 a share. All right, let's look at AMC. Remember, my guess was that it would close below on Palantir. All right. Oh, no. AMC just released. Paramount Pictures has pushed the release of Tom Cruise movie Top Gun to November from July. Holy cow. That's not good. Wow. The biggest movie, Paramount, has just announced that AMC is not going to be able to show that movie until November. They pushed it to November from July. Why? Because they can make bigger box office, so they're anticipating that still theaters won't be at full capacity. AMC probably dropped on that immediately. Yep, there we go. You forget about 950, it's gone. This just came out 3 minutes ago on Top Gun. Or that came out earlier. That came out about an hour or so ago. Yeah, I'm sorry. That came out a couple hours ago. My bad. I just didn't see it because I don't own any of it right now. So maybe. I still don't think it's going to hit 950. No buy-side imbalances on AMC. Let's check GameStop. And see if there's a buy-side imbalance on GameStop. 157.94. They seemed like 157 is okay. No buy-side imbalance on GameStop either. So this is a good channel. So the ones at 150, again, these trade on $5 increments. Can it get to 160? It did earlier on one wick. Palantir. What's it gonna do? 7 minutes left. Uh-oh. So now what happens is, as we get closer, it was up here and they were paying $800 premium. Now the premium is starting to drop off. Now you're at $400 of premium for $24. The bid is 4 cents a contract. The ask is 5 cents a contract. And now we're at 24.01. So everybody getting excited up here. Now you've got 74,153 contracts traded. I still say it's going to close. I guessed earlier. I said it's going to close lower than 24. That was my guess. So I'm sticking with that guess. I still don't think it's going to close above 24. 6 minutes to go. Because it's not just about pushing it. It's about pushing it and then holding it against these sellers. Look how much volume it took to get it above $24. Look how much volume it takes to push it below. I got 5 minutes left. So you have a buy side imbalance. You had 863,238 shares of Palantir buy side imbalance on the New York Stock Exchange. And what that tells me is that, well, based on that, it should close above $24 unless they manipulate. So I believe they manipulate the markets. I believe the market makers and their buddies are sitting there in the back laughing their asses off right now because they know there's no way in hell that it could close below above 24. So you'll see a little bit of a battle here, and we'll see if somebody comes in and drops some blocks. So let's pull this up, and let me we'll pull this up and we'll watch it. We'll watch it live here. Okay. Oh, so here's all my action today. Here's all my Boeings. My buys and sells on all the Boeing I did in this account today. There's the 2 Caterpillar options I tried to buy. Oh, man, that would have been sweet if I got those. Okay, crossing 24 on the downside now. 23.99. And then the other ExxonMobil calls that I bought, the additional ones. All right, so if you guys can see the screen, I hope you can. So here's what we're looking at. We're talking about the $24 calls. Now those are at $400. So now you got 4 minutes left. You can still make $400 by selling the $24 calls. That were $800 for 100 calls though, but you got to be prepared to offer those. So we've had an alert crossing each bar. Now we're $23.99. I've only got 1 minute candles on this one. Schwab doesn't want to give me 30 seconds. So again, you look at all this volume, all these green volume bars it took to push this thing up. Now your premium's going away. Now you're at $200 premium. So you could have been at $800 premium. And, you know, some of you are probably saying, yeah, you're going to be wrong. It's going to close above 24. We'll see. I still say it's not, because it takes a lot less volume to push it down below 24 than it did to push it above. So we could look at this on a crazy. Let's go 5-second increments. 2 minutes up. We can even go down to 1 second if we trust TradingView here. You know, there's your live battle, folks. 5 seconds here. 23.99. All right, let's watch the time and sales, or not time and sales. Your premium's basically gone now. You're at 24. It's just back and forth. I just don't think they'll do it. I really, really don't. Got our clock up. Thank you, Microsoft. All right. Dow's up 277. NASDAQ up 67. S&P up 29. VIX is settling in at 16.7. S&P is settling at 41.26. And those are up here. I know they're hard to read. Equity markets closing in 1 minute. There's a warning. What do you think, guys? Are they going to do it? Is it going to close at $24? Or am I going to be right? And I could have made $800 of premium with a huge amount of stress every time it hits that alert signal at $24. Here we go. 15 seconds left. Oh, there's a push. Push at the end. Push at the end. Nice push at the end. Oh no. Oh no. I lose. I lost. There we go. All right, see if it corrects. 24.04. There you go. They did it. So I was wrong. But it means I was right on one thing. When we looked at the buy side imbalance, and we said on the buy side, 863,000 shares on the buy side, it should have closed above 24. So they had 10 minutes basically, because those come out 10 minutes before the close is when the imbalances that the exchanges have to report. There were no imbalances on GameStop. There were no imbalances on AMC. So the whole time we were looking at, hey, should we take some premium and sell 100 calls at 24? And it looked really good. $500 premium, $600, $700, $800. It topped out at $800 premium. But then the buyers came in and they held it. So somebody came in at the end and they said, let's screw all the people. 74,000. Look at this thing traded 15,000 contracts in like the last half hour. Or last hour or so. 78,000 contracts on the call side at $24. Crazy, crazy, crazy. But that was fun. So that's an exercise that I did just to say, look at that buy volume there at the end, huh? 30-second chart. Let's go turn the externals on. Let's see what's going on in the post market. $24 in the post market. So what that tells me is that there were a boatload of people willing to take risk and collect this whole range here, pretty much from here until the close. Look at that channel, very skinny channel, narrowing Bollinger Band on a 3-minute chart. And they said, hey, I can get $500 premium. No way, that thing's closing above 24. I can get $600. I can get $700. Man, they're going to pay me $800 premium with 5 minutes left to go. I'm going to get it. I'm going to get that $800 premium. And you lost every single penny of it. I guessed wrong. I guessed it would close below $24. Again, I did not take that trade. So I didn't take the Palantir trade. Let me delete that one. Wait, what is this one? Oh, 2278. Yeah, I can delete that one too. And this one, 2175. Those are long-term buys I'm looking for. ArcX I don't own anymore. US Oil, I'm leaving those for now. And I'm leaving, Crossing 1150. That did that a long time ago. All right, let's see what AMC did. 942. So, I called that one right. I didn't think it had a chance in hell of getting up to 950. I was right on that. GameStop, I said 150 was good. It would be tough for 160, although it did it back here. The 150 was safe, and it was safe, and the 155s were safe as well. So the 155s and 150s were safe on GameStop. They did well. Palantir, I called that one wrong. I thought it would close below $24, and we gave the example of the premium. I said, hey, you can pick up some premium, $500, $600, $700, $800 if you thought it would close below 24. I did not take that bet. I did not sell those calls at $24 to collect that premium. But that's the example of what people do on same day expirations and the battle. And you had 78,845 contracts trade hands. 78,845 times 100. 7.8 million shares exposed in call options for today at $24. That's where the battle was. I'm sure it finished its volume ahead. It did. It finished volume at 53 million on average volume of 50 million. Contrast that with AMC. So it exceeded its daily average volume and it was up on the day, right? AMC down 37 cents. And they came out with, and they report earnings next month, May 10th, about a month from now. They're going to report again. But the volume, 28 million on 49 million shares. So low volume as well. And so unfortunately they didn't get the 950 today. GameStop held its own. But again, on the week, it's down 16%. 16.97% on the week. AMC is up almost 0.91% over the last week. Palantir over the last week. They don't tell you. No performance numbers listed on that one yet. You can do the math though. Now it's at 24.01. So that was fun. I really enjoyed that. I hope that you learned something on looking at options and what the premium does towards the end of an options expiration and what the action looks like on the stock as it approaches. How important I think buy and sell side imbalances are. And what that tells me today is that the market makers on Palantir are doing their jobs properly. You know, there's been more than once that on AMC you had buy side imbalances, millions of shares, and it didn't close above where it should have. And then in the aftermarket, it slams down, or it goes up in the aftermarket. And just, you know, manipulation, and market makers manipulate, and it's a game. It's just what they do, and that's a battle. What Boeing end up at? 252.36. So nice day for Boeing. Nice day for Boeing. A bounce off the bottom of 249.44. So 249.44 divided into the close, 252.36. So it bounced back a little over 1% off the bottom, off of the news for the electrical grounding wires they got to fix on the 737 Maxes. So with that, again, I played Boeing 3 times today, and I won all 3 times on Boeing. And then I also played options on ExxonMobil, and I ended up just a little bit on that one. Let's see here. Let me see where that ended up, the options. I've got May 7th. Hey. There we go. May 7th that I bought. You find it? Filled. I bought them at 60 cents, and the ask is at 61 cents. So that little section is up just a little bit. I didn't sell those, so I still own 80 of those ExxonMobil call options. So I had a green day today, so I hope you did as well. That's going to do it for us. We'll be back on Monday morning. I hope you all enjoyed the stream. I hope what we went over, if you were listening, either on YouTube, Twitch, or Facebook, that you learned something in the battle for options, especially as far as Palantir goes, as we watch that one rise and fall. And again, I was wrong on my guess on that one. If there were channel points at stake, I don't even do channel points, but if there were channel points at stake, you would have won channel points if we would have put a poll up. But I said that Palantir would close below $24. I was wrong. It closed above $24, and that's based on that what I said at 10 minutes before the close was it should close above 24. If the market makers do their jobs with a buy side imbalance of over 800,000 shares on the buy side on the New York Stock Exchange, as reported, it should close above that. It did. It closed at 4 cents above, and everybody who held those options or took that premium in the last hour saying, no way, it ain't going to happen, it's going to close. They took those bets, and they bet against Palantir closing above 24, and they got $800 premium, and then they watched that $800 premium erode to zero after the close. So there we go. All right. That's going to do it for today. Listen, thank you all for tuning in. I certainly had a good time today. We streamed twice today because it's Friday and we have options expiration. Next Friday, we have triple expirations. So we have triple expirations next month. The monthlies expire, or next week. Next week, the monthlies expire along with the weeklies. I plan to, hopefully I'll be doing some option plays next week too. And we'll look at that. Nike, thank you as well. I hope you have a fantastic weekend, and everybody over on YouTube, I hope you all have a good weekend as well, and over on Facebook. Thanks a lot for tuning in. If you're watching the recap, hey, drop a comment in there if you enjoyed the Palantir run for the last hour of the show here on commentary. But have a great weekend. We'll see you all on Monday. I'm Crypto Sonar. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time on the show. Bye now.